Shema Yasharala Yahweh Alahayanawa Yahweh Achad. Shema Yasharala Yahweh Alahayanawa Yahweh Achad. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at GMS to rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's out there fighting, doing his work with truth and sincerity. Back here again with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect men out there that are listening, watching these videos. Just a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Abishai. Again, watching brothers' videos, always through the spirit, man. You get precepts from here to there through the spirit. The spirit work with you to put lessons together and to feed the sheeps of Yahweh by Shema Abishai. And watching the brothers' mysteries of the kingdom, along with all other brothers, man. You just watch the videos to continue to get edified, okay? And you pray and you keep watching, man, because we have always been living in biblical times. You know, like the old Christians or old Jake in the churches say, well, back in the Bible days, well, the Bible days has always been prevalent. It's just that the God of this world has blinded the minds of the people to think that the Bible don't exist, or it doesn't correlate within today's times. Well, we coming in the spirit of Yahweh Yahweh Shah, the same spirit as Noah was in. Noah was preaching the same thing that we're preaching, so we're preaching the same words, you see. So this is a quick lesson right here concerning that. You know, you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans better get right, okay, before more judgment starts to ramp up. And it's going to be evident when you see, like Elder Ariala was saying last night at camp here in Dallas on a Tuesday. He was saying, man, you know, when the Lord start killing multiple people, like you hear people die every day, once, twice. We know that's judgment. But when 50 people or 30 people or 5 people at one time, or like multiples of people at one time start to be taken off this planet, then you know there's a higher power that exists, man. So now it's high time to awake out of sleep, okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true biblical Israelites. So this is Peter 3:6, whereby the world that was then being overflowed with water perished. See, this was during the time of Noah concerning the old world, that what? It was overflowed and perished by water. So right here in Matthew 10, I got my note bag with me, man. Notebook. Man, is it 10? No, yeah, Matthew 10 and 24. Let's try that. Salakia. This is Matthew's 10 and 24, and it reads, damn, is it? Wait a minute, Salakia. 24. I'm looking at something different. Salakia, brothers. Just bear with me. Yep. Is it 37? Matthew 24 and 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. During the time of Noah, when he was out there prophesying to tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to get right, because when you go to the book of Malachi 3 and 6, it said the Lord changed not. So that same power, right, that moved Noah with fear to go out and teach the gospel to the elect of the nation of Israel, is that same word and that same power, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay, beginning with the apostles and elders and the men before them, those honorable men before them, now the apostles and elders and the men on down, is teaching the same word that Noah has taught. There's nothing different. Just the times are different, but we still in Bible days. Just because you see a 16-story high-rise building or fire station now, or a laptop, or a car versus, you know, riding the horse with the carriage thing, the buggy or whatever, how they was moving around back then, transportation, things are still the same, man. The spirit on the planet is wicked, and you have righteous spirits that's coming in Yahweh Yahweh Shah as well to proclaim and declare the names of Yahweh Yahweh Shah against the powers that be, and all the people that's on the planet doing wickedness as well. We telling you that this same power back then during Noah time, the old world, how he perished to flood the earth, we here to tell you that he's going to come with thermonuclear destruction, and he's on his way back ASAP. As for verse 38, for as in the days they were what? Before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. That was a physical ark. Now this ark is that was a physical, this is spiritual now. Okay? So the same things that I just read is happening today. People are not people getting married, people going to clubs, reveling, getting drunk, you see, marrying, giving into marriage, doing all sorts of kind of wickedness, right? Until Noah entered to the ark. And that's what's going to happen spiritually when the Lord take the men off the streets from teaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Babashah, right? He's going to take those men off the street, and that spiritual ark is going to be closed, because you're not going to be able to get the information you need that's going to be able to lead to your salvation. You see, so it's best to pay attention, right? Act with an act of certainty, okay, to be able to get this word that is able to save your soul, man. And knew until the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And that's the same spirit we coming in, man. By the same word that Noah was preaching, we preaching the same word, man. Unto who you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect of the nation of Israel, and against the wickedness in high places as well that's running this society, man. That's running this world under wickedness, man. You see? So as the days of Noah, the coming of the Son of Man be. And as the days you see the apostles and elders and the men on down, it's the same way by the coming of the Son of Man be, man. You see? And that's what's happening right now before you, man. Before the flood came, people was partying, like I say, like now. And everybody was doing what they wanted to do. You see? I'm going to go back here real quick. So nothing's changed, man. You people change. 2 Peter 3:6, read that again. And it reads, whereby the world that was then being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word of who? Noah, when he was preaching Yahweh Shai, before the world was flooded with water, right? So by the same word are kept now in store, reserved unto the fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening right now. This is being reserved until fire right now. And this is what's coming. And this all the buildup of these other nations, okay, over in Russia and Ukraine, talks and things of that nature in that area. The Lord is building up Third World War. And this place was reserved by the same word that's going to be under hellfire, those thermonuclear destruction missiles that's coming from Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. You see? But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto the fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. And that's what you're seeing happen before you today. Because it wasn't nothing for the Lord to give, when Christopher Columbus came over, think the wicked men like that, it wasn't nothing for Yahweh Shai, like it says right here in Wisdom of Solomon 12:9. Not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle. So throughout all the captivities and against all the kings that came against the nation of Israel, it wasn't hard for the Most High to give them to us, man. Not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly, you see, our enemies, under the hand of the righteous of Israel in battle, right? Or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts or with one rough word. It's the words of Yahweh Shai that's bringing down the society and the powers that be, because of the wickedness in high places that has reached up into the heavens, okay? By that same word that Noah was speaking back then, right? When he spoke to, before the flood came, he spoke the same word. We're speaking the same words of Yahweh Bashim Abashah. We come in the spirit of Noah as well, man. It's not a physical ark, but it's a spiritual ark. It's not going to be overflowed with water again. That's why he made the rainbow. Now it's going to be destroyed by what? Fire. Because now there's a buildup of the Third World War that you see happening before you right now today, man. You see? So it wasn't nothing for the Most High to be able to put our enemies into the righteous hands. By the words of Yahweh Yahweh Shah, he's bringing down and crumbling kingdoms, man. You see? This word is changing the course of this world. There's a change of guard that's happening right now, and it's happened spiritually. You can see the spirit in this place is twisted and it's changing. You see? The demons are getting, they out and about, seeking whom they may devour, and we praying that we are not caught up, right, in these things that could be able to pull us out of this path that we embarked upon. Now that we embarked upon this path, now we know what the true nature of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And it's that same power. Actually, let me get that. Malachi 3:6. Right? Malachi 3:6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed, man. So the Israelites are here in the same word, in that same power, Yahweh Bashim Abishai. They haven't changed. So if they wrote the scriptures to be governed by prophecy, the world and the people, and if you living under the power of Satan, living in wickedness, all right, and not walking or embarking upon the path of righteousness, you're going to be put to death, man. And he's coming to destroy this place like he flooded the earth. But Noah was out preaching, man. And by the same word that Noah was preaching, who do you see out there doing the same thing in that same stead? Again, the men before the apostles and elders, and now the apostles and elders and the men on down is out here laboring in this truth, man. Telling you these things to come, to get right. Because the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, which he made. Things are happening on the planet, and things is ramping up now. And it's going to even ramp up even higher, man. Judgment is going out on a high level, and it's going to go out even on a higher level by the same word that Noah spoke. So, Lord, all the men, the great men, was all prophesying against many countries and many kingdoms, man, before the Lord come and destroy those kingdoms, man. Came to destroy those kingdoms, man. So it's the same thing we're telling you now through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, to get right, man. Trying to see if I have any more scripts. I think that was it. But yeah, man. During the time of Noah, during the time now that we in now, things are going to intensify. Then once they intensify, that you're going to know that it's a higher power that exists. And you're going to see him up close and personal. And he's known by his judgment, Al-Shaja. So Lord willing, I hope this is edifying. Until the next time I shall say, Shalom.